Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. We're gonna be spending the next day or two together. I just biked over to hot yoga. We're gonna go for a 7 a.m. class, which has been my latest addiction. The 6 a.m. was like pushing it a bit, but 7 is perfect. And then my friend Fio and I are gonna go for coffee after, and we're just gonna start this like work day together. So let's go. Welcome to the vlog. Just a few days in Montreal. I got like an oolong tea. That's yummy. I feel like I tried it when I had like a David's Tea advent calendar. I just left the coffee shop. I tried to like stay after my little coffee date with Theo and get some work done, and it was just so hard to focus. Like it's not a working cafe. It was like so noisy, and there were like a bunch of kids randomly. So I'm just gonna leave and go home and work, but I have a few errands to run along the way. So embarrassing. I forgot my wallet, so can't do much at the bank without your debit card or your ID. Now I'm just gonna go catch a Bixi bike for my next stop. Are you kidding me? There are no bikes. Okay, this is so not my lucky day. I like carried all this crap with me to work, so heavy for no reason. Now there's no bikes. I'm gonna walk over to the next stop. Forgot my debit card, so like, anyway, I'm planning to go out with my car later. My second stop that I was gonna go to this like special running store to go look at, I wanted to go look at like potential birthday gifts for JS because his birthday is in 2 days. I already have a few gifts for him, but like I want, ouch, what is going on? Okay, it's way too noisy. I'm like dying. Oh my God, stop, I just did it again. I made it home. It's a little bit later now, and I needed some time to like, because I feel like this is like my unlucky day. I don't know what's going on. I walked past like 5 Bixi stations, and you can check on the app like around you. It shows like a map and if there are any bikes around, and there were no bikes. Like I had to walk more than halfway home and then walk like out of my way to get a bike. And I'm wearing this sweater because it's a little bit like, it's like a touch chilly, and then in the house I have the AC on. It's pretty cold, and I just like, I don't think you guys, I like wearing a sweater and shorts. Like there's something about that I just love. But thank God I put a tank top underneath because I was sweating on that walk. I literally was prepared to like spend hours at that cafe, but it's just really not a productive cafe. So I carried my laptop for no reason, my planner, my notebook, my headphones, plus my yoga stuff, my yoga mat. Anyway, I was just like so frustrated. Then I get home and there's a letter. I guess JS brought it in last night and I just didn't see it because there's like a hair on my desk. JS brought this letter in and put it on the desk last night, and I didn't see it because I was hanging out with Camilla. So I opened the letter. It's from UPS, and it's an import bill for 50 bucks. And I don't know what it's from. Like I haven't gotten anything. I imported, it says men's sweater. And I was like, oh, maybe it's the thing I ordered from Cezanne because I ordered JS something from Cezanne for his birthday. But Cezanne was delivered with DHL. So I have no idea what that is for. And the other thing is the bill was due like a week ago, and I just got it yesterday, and it's like 7% interest. Like it's just insane. And I'm so frustrated, you guys, because I just hate wasting money. Like I really do. Like I'll spend 50 bucks. Like we might go shopping if my luck can turn around, we might go shopping a little bit today, and like I'll spend 50 bucks on something that I'm gonna wear or that I'm gonna use and that I'm gonna love. But spending $50 just because, like, no. I hate that. I hate that. And included in this bill is like a $22 bill processing fee. Like what? So anyways, I'm waiting on a call back from UPS because I need to understand what this is for, and but it's just frustrating. It just feels like kind of like one annoying thing after the other, but I mean, we all have days like that. I need to find my wallet too because I don't know where it is. The good thing though is that with this little tiny chill in the air, I feel like it's like the August chill, I've been feeling a lot more productive and feeling this drive to be a little bit more productive, which I haven't really felt for most of the summer, which has caused me to become really behind on my work. So I'm trying to just get wrapped up. I just got a sponsored clip edited. It's uploading. That's why we're chatting while I wait for it to upload so I can send it over to a brand for approval. And then I'm going to flip over into copywriting mode. My goal is to power work, like work really good and intense for about 2 hours because I want to go to the mall later just because today's Thursday and I've been working from home, like very like shut in the house all week. And I need to get out and I need to do something, and my cafe thing didn't work, and I want to go to the mall. Don't ask any questions. So that's my little catch up. I am going to get into copywriting mode. Hopefully I can get everything I need to get done in only 2 hours. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to put once UPS calls me, I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode, and we're just going to be super productive, and then we're going to go have some fun. And I also need to go to the library. So wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. All right, I'm heading out. I'm gonna wear my cute shoes. I feel like I'm still breaking these in, so I kind of forget to wear them because like if I wear them for too long, they get a bit uncomfortable. It's after 2:30, so I'm definitely late on my plan, and I was like, should I just stick around? I have to pick up Maggie like at 5:30/6 from doggy daycare, but I just like really don't feel like staying around the house tonight. I'm planning on working tonight because JS is out, and sometimes I just like a cozy work night in. So like I want to go out and do something because she's at daycare, and just like I just want to take advantage of my flexibility today. It's a 30-minute, let's just check. Okay, it's 2:40. Let's check right now to see if I'm being smart or if I'm just being really dumb. Okay, 30-minute drive there. So I'll be there at like 3, whatever. I'm gonna basically have an hour and a half. Oops. I'm gonna have an hour and a half at the mall, which honestly is more than enough. Like I understand I'm really just basically going for a drive, but I don't care, it's what I wanna do. I found my wallet, so hopefully I'll be able to go to the bank and just get some errands done. And I also need to pick up just a few groceries to be able to like make a little salad for tonight. I'm gonna bring this, my cash envelopes, let's go. Okay, you guys are getting like a super deep look, I guess, into like a super accurate look into my brain, where I'm some days just like so scatterbrained, feeling so restless. And I feel like restless is such a good word for today because I'm like, I can't sit at home. Like I finished my work, I worked so fast, so efficiently. There's definitely more that I could do as I like continue kind of playing catch up or whatever, but I just couldn't bear to sit inside another day, especially like when I pay $45 for Maggie to go to doggy daycare, it's so that I can like do what I gotta do. And I don't think I ever properly said it. My original plan today, I've been wanting to go for a little while, to go to the Promenade Saint-Bruno, which is like a mall in like the suburbs, and it's in a different city technically, Saint Bruno, because they have an LL Bean store and they also have an Aerie, and I have to return this sports bra. There are like no Aeries in Montreal. They all closed. So if you order online and you want to make a return, it's like a big pain in the butt. So I was like, let me make a little trip out of this and we'll go have like a mall day and it'll be super fun. And like, I really wanted to go to the LL Bean to, one, see if there was anything that I could get JS for his birthday. And then two, look at a boat and tote bag for myself. I had asked for one for my birthday. JS ordered it and then he said like, I think they ran out of stock or something because they sent him an email like that they weren't able to fulfill the order. So I just wanted to go check if they had any in store because they're just so cute and they're not like crazy expensive. But anyways, that's where I was like, F it, I'm just gonna go drive there. But it was gonna take 30 minutes to get there and then 30 up to an hour potentially with traffic to get home. And I just figured, you know what, when I go there, I don't want to be rushed. Like I want to enjoy the drive and spend time putzing around the mall. They have some pretty good stores there, so even just window shopping I feel like is fun. So I'm just gonna wait and I will go next week. And we're going to Granby this weekend, so I think I'll be able to return the sports bra on the way to Granby. So instead, what I did was I took a drive over to the other store where I wanted to go look for some birthday gifts, which is the Ciele store. It's like a running brand from Montreal, actually. It's a pretty cool brand and JS loves it. So this is where I wanted to bike earlier today. You're not going to catch me on a bike again today. I'm done. And I just felt like driving. So I drove over here and I know my luck is changing because I got a parking spot right in front. So I'm gonna pay for parking. We're gonna go check out the store and then I'll drive over to where Maggie's doggy daycare is. I'll be able to go to the banks there and just get that done. And then I'll go to the grocery store, pick up the dog and come home, and that'll be like my little outing. So it's definitely not what I had planned for the day, but at least I'll be home earlier and I can be back to being productive and then I'm not rushed. Because sometimes I put myself in these situations that it's like I make myself anxious almost on purpose. It's like, yeah, let's go rush to go to the mall so that you can rush around and then get your anxiety levels up. It's like, maybe let's not do that. Actually, had I known that I left the house in a rush and I didn't make a matcha, and had I known I was just going to come here, I would just go I would have made the matcha. But I don't feel like, I'm trying to be really frugal and just like put my money towards JS's gifts and like save my money for later in the month because we're still pretty early on in August. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So let's pay for parking and let's go check out that store. All right, so I went to the bank. That is done. I got JS's birthday gift. The store was so nice. I'll show you guys when I get home what I got. And I'm pretty excited because I'm about to go try a new grocery store. I figured since I have time before going to get Maggie, there's a grocery store right next to her, but like next to her daycare, but it's in a bougie neighborhood and that grocery store is really expensive. So I was like, you know what? I have my car, I have time. I'm gonna drive over to this grocery store called PA, which I think is only in Montreal. And I used to come here when I went to Concordia because I'm like really close to Concordia University right now. I used to come here back then, and someone recently, like we were just talking about groceries, I literally can't remember who, was like, oh, go to PA and park in the back. I never knew there was a parking lot. So I haven't been in here in years. We're gonna go check it out. And apparently they have like really good produce for a really good price. So I'm pretty excited to see what they have. I'm just gonna bring my groceries envelope instead of the whole folio. I'll hide this in my car. So hopefully this is gonna live up to the hype. I got my list on my phone. Let's go check it out. Il faut aller dedans ou on peut rester ici? Ok, je vais rester ici. Prochaine fois. Je savais pas, merci. C'est parfait. Est-ce qu'on peut rentrer par l'extérieur ou il faut faire le tour? That was so cute. I think that was like the store manager or someone who works here. He was like, go check out the new garage. Like you can park inside. I think they just did like a major expansion and renovation. I've never been so excited to go see a grocery store, but the garage is really nice. I feel like I'm gonna start coming here for my groceries. Okay, prime shopping experience. It was definitely crowded, which I remember from that store, but they expanded it quite a bit. Like I showed you guys, the garage is very nice, and very nice man. He saw me come out and he was just like, I don't know. He was kind of laughing at me because I didn't bring a bag into the store. I forgot. They don't give like paper or plastic bags anymore. So I had to like bring my all of the stuff out to the car and then load it into the trunk because I have a bag, like a boxy thing in the trunk. Anyway, he's just like laughing at me. And then he comes over to take my cart, which is super nice so that I don't have to bring it inside. And he just looks at me, he's like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh yeah, he could tell I'm Lebanese because it felt very Middle Eastern in there. I was like, of course the grocery store I like is Middle Eastern because Adonis is too. It's like Mediterranean and it's the best. So he just looks at me, he's like, where are you from? I'm like, oh, okay, he can see my Lebanese. Because not everyone sees it, that's the thing. And I don't talk about it that often because like I kind of feel like a fraud sometimes because I don't speak Arabic, and sometimes people will be like, there's no way you're Lebanese. Like they don't believe me. And then sometimes people can kind of spot it right away. So I'm like, yeah, I'm half Lebanese. And I was like, are you Lebanese? And he's like, no, Syrian. So it's close. And he was just chatting. And I was like, oh, great store. Like, it was just nice. He was just a nice guy. He took my cart back for me. And then he was like, park in the parking garage next time. So I will. So the thing you guys probably want to know is not me chatting with this man, but how much I spent. And it was $71.75 for quite a bit of food. I feel like if I had gone to Metro or IGA, which are like the bougier grocery stores, this would have been between $80 and $90. So I definitely saved money, and it really wasn't that much of a headache to get here. I guess if it was maybe a busier time of day, but I kind of took the back streets and like it was perfect. So I'm gonna drive over and go get Maggie. I got my wish of being in the car and driving around, so I definitely feel satisfied. And I've had enough, so we're gonna go home and have some dinner. I can show you guys like a grocery haul when I get home, but it's just nice. It's always nice to like meet someone who's like friendly and chatty. Where's your dad from? Where's your mom from? Why don't you speak Arabic? Like, it's just nice. Hello. Did you have a good day? At school? At puppy kindergarten? Yeah, was it fun? Give a paw if it was fun. Oh, no. Okay, see you at home. Yeah, just drool on my nice seats. That's a good idea. Yeah. You happy to be home? Tired from daycare? Do you have a fun day? What a good girl. So cute. You with your pig? You with Norig? What's on your face? Oh, it's a fluff. It's a fluff. Good girl. All right, so here is everything I got at the grocery store at PA. Let's just go through it quickly. These were 2 for $1. Great deal. These tunas. This is my favorite brand of tea, Stash. So double bergamot, so good. And then I just got a green tea. These are my favorite pastas because they don't feel quite so heavy, but they taste amazing and they cook up really well. Sometimes gluten-free pasta can like kind of fall apart. And these were, I think, these were 2 for $5. So that's a really good deal. Sometimes these can be up to $5 each. So 2 for $5 is amazing. And they're not always that easy to find. More cucumbers. I got this giant thing of feta. This was $13. So definitely like a big part of the cost, but I just love feta so much. I'm gonna eat some tonight and tomorrow as well. What is this? Cottage cheese, so good for like breakfast or lunch. A bunch of tomatoes. I think these were 2 for $4, which is pretty good. Some almond milk. This was like average regular price. They didn't have a great selection or great pricing for peanut butter, but this one, which is like the fancier brand, was on sale for about $5. So I got that. We've been making our own peanut butter, but I couldn't find the nuts. So we'll just use this for now. I decided to get a papaya. I don't know, it just looked so good. It was like $4. So I'll be able to eat that. I want to make like a nice yogurt bowl for breakfast or lunch or a snack. Not really lunch, more of a snack. Tomorrow, some raspberries and then frozen raspberries. These I felt were like not a great deal. Like there's not that much in there. Their frozen fruit selection was pretty disappointing, I would say, but everything else was good. It was just when I got to this, I was like, not really a great deal or like value. And then the last thing here, I just got these breaded and like spiced chicken pieces. This was $6.45, and this is gonna be perfect for when I get home from work tomorrow. I work late every Friday. I usually get home like 7:38, and JS is going to do like a little birthday celebration with his dad. Usually he cooks me dinner on Friday nights, but I'm on my own tomorrow, so I didn't want to be tempted to get takeout, so I just wanted something easy. So I think I'm gonna do like a chicken and pasta situation tomorrow. Gonna make some tuna wraps for lunch tomorrow. I made that for lunch today and it was so good. So I wanted to get more tuna to do that. I just mixed tuna with some mayo, salt and pepper, put it in a wrap with some lettuce. Delicious lunch. I can show you guys tomorrow. For dinner tonight, I'm having some leftover lasagna. I made this last night. I'm really like in my cooking mode, I guess. So this is a really nice lasagna with, instead of using lasagna sheets, it calls for eggplant. So I was in the mood to make an eggplant lasagna. I swapped ground beef for ground turkey, but you could definitely make this vegetarian. And then there's some nice mozzarella and ricotta. So I'm gonna cut this up and just reheat it for dinner. Let's just do that right now. Yum, it was so good last night. I can link the recipe down below. It took a bit of time to make everything because you have to bake the eggplant in advance, but it was super, super delicious. I'm kind of feeling like super hungry, so I'm gonna put a bit more. Just put a lid. Hello, you. You want some lasagna? It's not for dogs. It's like Garfield. Wasn't it Garfield who loved lasagna? You're such a good pup. So good. Yeah, you are. We're gonna have dinner at the same time. Passed by the library and got this book, Happy Place. I'm so glad that it finally came because we're reading it for our Bar Girls book. What is it called? Book club. And I didn't want to buy it because I know it's the type of book I'm only going to read once. And I just love when it comes in from the library in like a gorgeous hardcover and just in time. I need to make progress on my current book and then I'm going to start this one right after. It's so cute. I love the color. This will be the second Emily Henry book that I read, and I did enjoy the first one. I received a mystery package. I think it's some fun PR, so we could open that in a second. I thought I would show you guys what I got for JS for his birthday. So he loves working out and he loves running and he loves this brand CLA. This is a special Montreal edition of their classic hat. They have it a bunch for different cities with like vintage kind of sports logos on them. This is from the Montreal Expos, which no longer exist, but I thought it was like a really fun hat and just like something special for him. He wears these hats like every single day when he works out, and they're so great because like you put them in the wash and they just last forever. He like loves them. They don't look good on me. Like I've tried on the like more smaller size, like girlier hats, and I look terrible in them, but they're pretty popular. Like in Montreal, everyone wears those CLA hats, or a lot of people do. And then I was thinking of getting him like a workout shirt or a workout shorts, but then I saw this t-shirt that's a little bit more like street style. And I just thought it was cool, like since he loves this brand, you can work out in this or you can just wear it. It says worldwide movement on the front. It's just like that classic, like oversized, it's kind of street style tee, which he doesn't actually wear that often, but I feel like he would like this. And he's always saying he wants more like casual clothes. So it's like a good weekend shirt. Like he couldn't wear this to work, but yeah, and then just has like a bunch of cities on the back. I got a gift receipt in case he's like, doesn't like it, but it just felt more fun than getting like a plain white or black running t-shirt. And I think this is gonna be a good surprise because I was thinking of getting him Lululemon, which is obviously great, but I think he was on to me with that. So this is gonna be a surprise. Let's open this box. Oh my gosh, it's from CeraVe. That is so cool. They reached out and asked if I wanted to try some of their cleansers, and I was like, definitely, because I've heard such good things about CeraVe, and I've only ever tried their moisturizer. They sent over so much stuff, so I might be able to put give some of this to like my mom, some of it to my dad, and that way when I go stay with them, there's a good cleanser for me there. So we have hydrating foaming oil cleanser. Ooh, my sister's gonna be jealous. I might have to be a nice sister and give this to her. She was looking for an oil cleanser. We have foaming facial cleanser, hydrating cream to foam cleanser. Oh, and it removes makeup. 1,000,000%. This is great for normal to dry skin. Yeah, that's me. This is for dry to very dry skin. I also kind of feel like that's me. And this is normal to oily. So I will see who needs what, because 4 bottles of face wash is like just way too generous just for me. And this is the hydrating cleanser. So I'll be able to share the love of it. Thank you so much, Sarah Ray. That is so cool. While my lasagna heats up, I'm gonna make a salad in a second, but I have one more thing to show you. JS got me this for my birthday, but it kind of arrived a little bit after. It's from LL Bean. Look how cute. It's like the cutest knit sweater with the dog and the birds and the grass. It's so cute. Like, I should have honestly worn it today. It just felt a little bit thick, but I feel like for the fall time and then winter, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait to wear it with jean shorts and my cowboy boots, and then with just like jeans and sneakers. And yeah, this is the kind of sweater that you have for a very, very long time. And like maybe my grandkids. Isn't that so weird? Like maybe one day my grandkids would have this. Like I would offer it to my kids and they'll be like, no, mom, it's ugly. And then my grandkids will find it in a trunk one day and they're gonna be like, wow, my grandma had this cool sweater. But me thinking about being someone's grandma is like actually freaky. So we're not gonna stay there. I'm listening to a thriller on audiobook called The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. It is so good. I'm obsessed. So I set some goals to read more audiobooks or to listen to more audiobooks at the beginning of the year, and I never did it. I was reading just like some self-improvement books, and honestly I found them so boring. I couldn't get through it. But I decided Spotify has, and it's been a few months now that they have audiobooks included with your premium membership. So I just thought I would try this book. I've read another one by her. I read one called, I believe it was called The Guest List. It was fantastic. And this one is just as good so far. What I love about the audiobook is it's very dramatized because it's from different characters' POVs, and there's a different voice for each character, which I love, and it's like super dramatic. So I'm just gonna keep listening to this. I've been listening to it as I drive around, and I'm gonna put the groceries away and make a little salad, and then we're gonna have dinner, watch Too Hot to Handle. I love these kind of solo nights. They don't happen very often because JS is a man of routine and he doesn't like to go out during the week a lot. But when they do happen, it's just nice to like have some me time. So that's the thing when you live in like a smaller apartment, especially our apartment, like we don't even have doors. Like I feel like if you lived in a 1-bedroom that had a door where it's like, you're in the living room, I'm going into my bedroom, and like you shut the door, you can get that alone time. But in our apartment, the only place to get alone time is literally the bathroom. It's the only door aside from the front door that we have. The bedroom doesn't like fully close. So I love my apartment. I love my boyfriend. This is not me complaining. I'm just saying I'm cherishing and romanticizing my alone time. So we have a chopped salad with parsley, cucumbers, feta, and tomato with just like some olive oil and salt and pepper. So good. And then my huge portion of lasagna. I kind of let it cook a little bit too long, but you guys can see. Anyway, lasagna doesn't always look the cutest, but it tastes so good. I'm just sitting on the floor and I'm gonna watch Too Hot to Handle. I better feed Maggie though before I get too comfortable. You want your dinner, pup? Oh yes, I worked so hard to make it. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Can you sit? Yeah, good. High five. Good job. Okay, go ahead. Yes, good. So loving. So loving. Yeah, good job. Oh, oh. Oh my gosh. Look at her, Jean. She's just chilling with the tea in the book. So cute, puppy. But I don't really want to take you outside. Oh no. What are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with this? So warm. So warm and cozy. Alright, this might be a little random, but I wanted to show you guys my latest lunch obsession, which is a super basic, super easy tuna wrap. I've been doing these for a few weeks now, and they're so easy, they're so good, and they are full of protein. They're also a pretty budget-friendly lunch. So I just drain the tuna. Here I have 2 cans because I'm going to make one for JS as well. If you make lunch for your partner or for your kids, if you have little kids or big kids, whatever, if you're making lunch for multiple people, this is so easy because you can make everything in one and then you just separate it into the little wraps. Jean wanted Maggie to be involved. He was like, I want the whole family in on the cooking show, which is probably not very hygienic. You guys can see there's like a dog hair on the bowl, but that is my life. It's just dog hair everywhere. So I drain the tuna, I put it in a bowl, and then I mix in some mayonnaise. And yesterday we talked about me being like a fraud Lebanese, and my friend Mary, she would say like this is some white people food, but honestly it's pretty good. I season it with salt and pepper. You could obviously add some other things, like adding in some apple would be really good, chopped up apple, maybe some cucumber. When I was a kid, my stepmom used to put relish in our tuna sandwiches, and that was really good too. But just to keep things simple, salt and pepper is honestly enough. And then for a little crunch and some greens, I add in some pre-washed lettuce that I have in the fridge. I always try and add like a little vegetable to it, roll it up, and you're good to go. Happy Friday, guys. I feel like every single one of my vlogs lately ends with like Friday and me at Rockland Shopping Center, but that's where I come to do my classes and work every Friday. I just wanted to do like a little chat to kind of wrap up this vlog. I need to go in there and buy wrapping paper. I cannot forget. I should have bought it yesterday. I completely forgot, and I need to wrap JS's gifts because his birthday's tomorrow, and it's been pouring rain all day. It's been such like a gray and gloomy day. So he was supposed to go watch the tennis. Like every summer there is like a big tennis tournament in Montreal, and he was supposed to go watch that with his dad tonight, but it got canceled because of the rain. So I'm like, how am I gonna wrap his gifts? Because like I was talking about yesterday, we don't have any doors, so there's nowhere for me to hide. We shall see how that goes. I need to go get it, like I said. I thought I would just like recap the day because why not? So last night I painted my nails. I'm obsessed with this color blue. I feel like blue is really like having a moment right now. And I changed, where is it? I changed my phone case. I've had this one for a while from Pila, and it's that blue like vintage kind of, I feel like coquette, I've seen it called, and I've been seeing this everywhere and I love it. And I love it. It feels French to me, and I love that because of like having gone on my trip earlier this summer. I feel like very French inspired, and yeah, I've been loving the blue. My toenails match. Last night I tried to be productive, and I had a bunch of like receipts. Story of my life is that I have receipts to input, and my Wi-Fi just like stopped working last night. It was so bizarre. So I just listened to my audiobook and I did my nails, and then I just did like productive stuff around the house, kind of like tidying up, putting away laundry. It was really nice. And I feel like because I wasn't watching TV or doing stuff on my computer, I had such a good night of sleep. Like I felt so well rested. It was so nice. And then when I checked my Hoop, I didn't check my Hoop until like later in the day. Hoop is like Apple Watch or a Ring, like whatever, one of those fitness trackers. It said I only did like a 50% recovery and like great sleep. So I don't know. I woke up this morning feeling so happy. You guys saw the clips. It was pouring rain and it was so cozy. It felt like a Sunday. Like I wanted to sit there and read and then turn on the TV and just chill for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna be honest, the fact that I had to work kind of killed my vibe. Jess and I went for a walk. Like it stopped raining long enough for us to go for a little walk. We've been trying to go like once a week for what we call the formule French, which is it's like just a remnant from our trip. We went to a cafe in Nice and on the menu, it was like one of the things was formule French, and for €6 you could get a cappuccino and a croissant or a chocolatine. And so we've just been doing that here like once a week. It's just like a nice little treat. So we went and did that this morning, and unfortunately the coffee hit me so sideways. I basically like detoxed myself from coffee from my birthday. On my birthday I had a matcha and I was like, no more coffee, like it's not doing me any favors, I'm having trouble sleeping, I'm feeling more anxious, like no more coffee. And then today I was kind of just like, but I want one, and so I got one, and I paid the price the rest of the day because I literally just felt so anxious. So I need to really kick that, or just get decaf. But I don't know, I even feel like coffee makes me feel dehydrated. Like I just need to stop. I just need to stop. If you guys see me drinking coffee in my vlogs, tell me, be like, Zoe, you said you're gonna stop. But I need to hold myself accountable because it's just unpleasant feeling anxious all day. And I already struggle with Fridays. I tend to feel more anxious on Fridays. It's so weird, you guys, but Tuesdays and Fridays seem to be my days where I just have more anxiety. I think because Tuesday is like a floating day in the middle of the week where like, I don't know, I just like dislike Tuesdays. And then Fridays are just like a really long day for me because I will try and use that day to like wrap up any deadlines. I put a lot of pressure on myself on Fridays to be very productive. And then I come here and I work until like 7:30 p.m. and I drive home and there's like a long commute. So it's just a long day. And I really struggle with my motivation on Fridays. Because it's like almost a weekend. I just want to chill. You've worked hard all week. It's hard to like get through the workday. And then for me, it's like my workday cuts short. I get in my car, I drive 40 minutes, I go work for a few hours and I drive 40 minutes home. Like I like it and I like this job. I wouldn't come here if I didn't like it, and it's always worth it. That's the thing. Like when I drive home, I'm always happy and I always feel like giving the classes was worth it, and it's just like so much fun. I always leave feeling better than I felt going in. But getting myself geared up, it's not always easy. Anyway, just being real with you guys, I feel like it would be not on, like I sometimes feel bad for like feeling like I'm complaining or whatever, but I just don't think it would be genuine that I come on and be like, I'm always motivated and I'm always ready to go. And funny enough, sometimes I will get asked like, would you ever go back to 9 to 5? Why don't you go back to 9 to 5? Like whatever. And one of the reasons why I feel like, at least right now, I can't go back to 9 to 5 is because I've had bad experiences with like YouTube and my corporate job, where if I come on YouTube and say I'm not motivated today, or I feel sluggish today, or I don't feel like working today, I would literally get a call from HR and be like, oh, like your colleague watched your video and said that you weren't feeling motivated on this day. I have experienced that and it sucks. And it's like, well, tell that colleague, why are they watching my videos during work time? But alas, when you have colleagues or an employer watching your videos, it's harder to be like completely transparent and completely truthful and say like, some days you don't feel like working, and some days you feel like your job sucks, and some days you're like, ugh, I don't want to do this. Like I get that way. Some days I'm like, ugh, I don't want to edit. Some days I'm like, ugh, I don't want to come teach a bar class. Some days I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do my copywriting. And I like wasn't allowed to say that when I had a 9 to 5, and they would like call me and get mad at me. So you guys, with me not having a 9 to 5, you get a more truthful version of me. And I think that's pretty cool. So I also, if I had a 9 to 5, I also wouldn't be able to post hour-long YouTube videos as much as I do. And I wouldn't be able to teach bar. Like it would just be too much on my plate. So that's why someone asked me that like a few videos ago. So there's the answer. All right, I made the tuna wrap like you guys saw. So I have my snacks. Stanley cup is empty. I need to go fill it up. And I better stop talking. I need to go create. Oh, my class is in an hour. Oh, I have so much time. What am I talking about? But I need to go shuffle around my class because the girls on Tuesday said it could have been harder. And I got a song request. So I gotta obey that song request. The class is Drake and Friends/Enemies themed, so it's gonna be really fun. I put in some slow Drake songs, which are like my personal favorite, but I know they're not everyone's favorite to like maybe work out to, like Shot for Me and Houston and Vegas or what I put in. So I think I'm gonna go take them out and replace them with like something a little more upbeat. Then again, it's like a rainy day. There's 3 people in the first class and I'm like, can we just chill? I want them to be, my dream is that like they come in the class and I'm like, okay guys, so what do you want to do? And we just like hang out and improv and like have an impromptu workout. We'll see how it goes.